Hello everyone, Robert Saunders here, and today I wanted to make a video that kind of ties everything together with the Dell Automation Platform, both on-premises and with the SaaS portal. So let's get started. First off, Dell Automation Platform, you can browse to at any time, automation.dell.com, WAC catalog. You can view all of the offers, and this is ever changing, so check back frequently. If you take a look as we move on through this video, we'll go over to the offers, the private cloud offers specifically. You've seen a lot of demos on this already. You can see our blueprints that are available to download here. You can't download them unless you're logged in, but you can still view them and read about them. At this point of this recording, we have Red Hat and VMware available, and this is all in the SaaS portal, mind you, as you see automation.dell.com WAC assets now up there in the URL. Here I'm viewing the on-premises assets that I have via the SaaS portal. So I'm seeing them from a SaaS view down into our lab inside of our internal environment. I see some power edges there, and I see a power store for storage. So there it is right there. I see it's connected via our orchestration proxy or Oxy server or proxy server, however you'd like to call it. That is the glue or the connectivity or the super pipe between on-premises assets and up in the cloud, the SaaS portal. So we'll see the exact same here as we move to the orchestrator, also in SaaS. So let's go take a look at that. There's the same assets now, the power store and the 3 power edges, the same ones we just looked at. And we can see the same look and feel here as eventually we're going to jump over now to the on-premises orchestrator just here in a few seconds. But there's the blueprints. These blueprints were loaded in from the SaaS portal. I said, hey, I want these VMware or these Red Hat blueprints, and I pushed them over to the orchestrator. Super easy to do. Now I changed the context. I'm switching to the portal and orchestrator on-premises in our lab. So you can see the URL change there. I will log in, and there's the same look and feel. A lot more assets I have here now onboarded to this orchestrator. There's a bunch of different power edges, and they're one's ready for provision. Some are already provisioned. You'll see more about that in a second. But here are all the assets I have, compute and storage, on premises. Again, same look and feel. Now I'll jump over to the orchestrator. And again, it looks just like the SaaS portal. Again, because it's the same code. So let's step through all the tabs here. First, over to private cloud. You see I have VMware and Red Hat, both clusters running there that were deployed with the curated blueprints from Dell. I'll jump over to the edge there, and I have some edge artifacts. I have a demo cluster with 3 native edge PowerEdge 660s, and let's drill into that even a little further. We see I have the endpoints there, virtual machines. There's a virtual machine there that's running that I migrated over from vSphere over to the native edge cluster. That's pretty cool. And I can see the things I can do with this virtual machine. I can do a lot of different things here with it, just like I would when I'm working with a full-fledged, really hypervisor type environment. It's super cool and super powerful. Then over to networks. Of course, I'm bridged at this point, and the storage. Continuing on over to storage, I click on the storage tab. I see the power store there, and I see some updates that I can do. I can do some LCM here, lifecycle management. I can run the update from the orchestrator. I can also run some health checks here also directly from the orchestrator. Then jumping over to external connections. Now this is cool because I've connected up some of the clusters, both vSphere and Red Hat, and I also had some Kubernetes clusters out in the ether here inside our lab, so I just connected them up. So there's a Kubernetes cluster on Ubuntu. I connected it up. There's of course all its pods, a very basic cluster, but at least I connected it up to the orchestrator, which is super cool. And then over to the free pool, I have one power edge because I've used them up for other outcomes. I have one power edge that's ready to be provisioned, maybe to add or expand a cluster. I can do anything I'd like with it. So now let's jump over to the deployments tab and let's drill into this Red Hat cluster that we deployed previously. So from the general tab, I'll go over to the logs tab, and here is where all the kind of magic happens. From bare metal power edge to a fully deployed cluster with one single blueprint. It takes about 2.5 hours for the Red Hat cluster, but once I configure it, I pass in the JSON. All of these steps, and there's a lot of them, about 30, Some run in parallel, some are serial, but they all run, and the storage is also included. That includes the CSI and the CSM, all configured, and in this case, for Red Hat, the OpenShift or the OCP cluster is all stood up for me and ready to go. You can also see that during this deployment, I can either resume or update and then resume. Maybe I had a failure in the execution path. Maybe it was something as simple as DNS and I needed to go off and fix it. I can fix it and then click resume, so I don't have to start from the beginning again. That's also very powerful. And then the blueprints. Now here we see all the blueprints. I pulled them all down here that we have current to date. I have all the different OpenShift ones. I have all the different VMware ones. A lot more are coming, and you're going to be able to build your own blueprints also, and you'll see them all here. You see the offer blueprints and the utility blueprints tab. We've kind of separated them out here to make it a lot easier and easier to manage and work through. Once again, Robert Saunders here, quick tour of the Dell Automation Platform. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.